Recording?
It's starting to record now.
Yeah,
Sorry, yeah?
you're on.
And that's the problem with our people. Our people don't realize that whatever you do wrong, you're gonna pay for it, man. You know? And that's why a lot of people, the Lord uses them to come in His truth for a purpose, you know, and then bugs them out, and then they're gone, man. And then they're worse than they were before. You know? So you should cherish this truth, man. You got a apocrypha. Get Ecclesiasticus 2 and start from verse 1. Alright? Because things get harder.
Thank you, brother.
Alright? They don't get easier. And what's the point in it getting what's the point in it getting Ecclesiasticus 2 and 1. Well, what's the point in things getting easier when times are getting rougher? Don't make sense. Don't make no sense. So now the times are getting badder and perilous times have come already. You're supposed to be sharpening your sword. Not leaving your sword at home under your bed. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be getting it and sharpening it, man. And the sword is the word. That's all we've got at the moment. You know, until the elect men get that spiritual. That's it. That's all we've got at the moment, man. So what you have at the moment, if you can't deal with what you've got at the moment, alright, we've all got faults.
Yes, brother.
But if you can't admit your faults, if you can't grow, if you can't show initiative over a period of time, then you just go, man. Just go and let someone else go. We had that last year. We had someone kicked out of our camp, and the next week we had a new person. I'm all right. You can't make that up. 1 week someone gets kicked out, the next week a new person is in the camp. Boy,
It happens.
it happens, man. That scared me. Even seeing our former leader, you know, he's out of his mind at the moment. You know, that scare you as well, man. 1 minute someone's doing this and that, but one thing I noticed, like we said in Proverbs 6:16, pride. Pride will destroy you, man.
Most High hates that.
And the Most High hates that, man. That's why they're not here no more, because they had pride, man. Okay?
That's why they got kicked out.
That's why they got kicked out, man.
So I mean, that's why you gotta be on your A game. You know, if one of the heads of your camp tell you to do something, just do it, man.
Yep.
It shouldn't be no back talk. Oh, it shouldn't be no or but. Just do what they tell you to do, man.
Yeah,
it's just that simple. We all went through it, man. Okay, like no one's over each other. So at the end of the day, the point of the matter is when the Lord comes, if you're not a part of the elect, you're gonna be destroyed, man. Okay, and I'm not just saying that just be saying that. I'm saying what the Bible is saying, the word of reality. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you ain't corresponding with what's going on with this truth, you're gonna be destroyed.
That's right.
Okay, and you're gonna be destroyed. It could be many levels. You could either get run over by a motorcycle everywhere, you get run over by a fucking car or a bus. Or a goddamn trainer somewhere. Okay? I'm telling you, man, or you might be in a bar somewhere kicking it with the crackers over there and the damn bar blow up. That can go down too. You understand? Because see, the thing about it is man, you know, see the world thinks of us as just regular niggas on the street, just talking shit. We're the brothers of the law. You understand what I'm saying? So we already know the inside story. Okay, so at the end of the day, when we speak, man, hey, that's when that business is coming out. Because we're not just some regular guys out here, just hanging out talking. We're here to do the Father's work. That's it. You know, smoking a cigarette, smoking weed and all of that. We don't do none of that bullshit. All of that clubbing and that rap bullshit ass music. We don't come out here to do none of that bullshit. We come out here to teach the word of Yahweh Shah. That's the bottom line. Okay, and we come out here to teach the truth. And the truth of the matter is that this society is going through a nuclear war. Okay, and guess what? I was watching the news. I was watching some news on YouTube, and basically what the U.S. is getting ready to do, they're getting ready to move in Iran. And guess what? Iran is connected with Russia and China, and Syria too. So if they make a move in Iran, then it's bets off, baby. Then they're gonna have to deal with the two bad boys, the two big boys, China and Russia. And guess what? Great Britain is gonna get involved in this war, and it's gonna be all bets out, baby. And in Joel, the 3rd chapter, it's going to be made manifest, and you got loads of motherfuckers out here, they're going to die out here, man. You understand what I'm saying? So this thing is deadly serious.
That's it.
And if you ain't a part of this truth, you're going to burn along with these people out here too.
That's right, man.
Okay, and that's just the walk. Now, if you in this thing and you endure to the end, we going to be saved. So it ain't all bad, and guess what? We're going to be saved. Somebody give me Mark the 9th chapter. Give me Mark 9 and 1.
Because what you're saying is true, because at the end of the day, this is not a joke thing, man.
It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. And like since we've had all the changes and stuff, I mean, Mark's been clear with me. So listen, be straightforward with these guys. Do this, do that, or just go, man. We're not gonna pander towards you, this, that, and the other. That's the main reason why certain people can't take the discipline and can't take correction and reproof and all that. And that, to be honest, when I was growing up, my sister, she's older than me, she had the same attitude with my dad, never takes correction, you know? And I don't pray for her. Jeremiah 11 and 14 tells you,
pray not for these
people, man. So that's how deep this truth is.
Yep.
Them people that you can see are void of this light, or they're in the truth, but they're taking it lightly, doing what they want. The Lord said not even to pray for them, man.
Yep.
Oh, fuck
I'm
them,
telling you, man.
He said he won't hear you.
He won't hear you.
He won't hear you.
You can pray for them, but he won't hear you anyway.
That's it.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, people think that this is a joke. This is not no joke, man. Okay, the jumping around in the playground days are over. This big old playground that we call London is going to be nuked out the face of the map. And people are taking this thing for a joke. Okay, and I understand why people would take this for a joke, because they just don't see it. They don't see what we see, brothers. We were given an eyesore to see what's going on there. They weren't given it, so they think this is a joke, but that's all right. Okay, yeah, so get me, what did I go for? Yeah, get me Mark 9 and 1. Because the bottom line is the men that come out here week in and week out to preach the gospel as it is written, okay, and endure to the end, they're going to be saved.
So what about the end?
Okay? That's why the Apostle Paul said when he was about to die, he said that the job was done. Because he already fulfilled his lot that the Father gave him. Okay? You're going. Yeah, Mark 9 and 1.
Yes.
Told you those gloves, man.
You told him to take off the gloves, right?
Told him.
See, that's what I'm saying. You gotta listen, man. You listen.
Makes it hard to turn the page.
You get Mark 9 and 1.
Mark 9 and 1. It says, he said unto them, verily I say unto you.
You gotta read a bit louder than that too.
He said unto them, verily I say unto you, that there be some of them
Right, there be some of them, go on,
that stand here, which shall not taste of death,
you're right, so there be some which stand here which shall not taste of death. Go on.
till they have seen the kingdom of God come with power.
Right. So that's the whole thing on that. That's the elect. The elect are going to stand and remain when the Lord comes. And then the Lord is going to deliver them, Lord willing. Okay? That's what's going to go down. But the majority of these idiots out here, right, that call themselves to be in the truth, and those that are not a part of the truth, they're going to get found out one way or the other, and they're just going to get destroyed. Because the Lord knows who his men are. The Lord knows those that are sincere, heart and soul. No matter what the situation is, you got to be out here, baby. You got to come out here and do what it is that you're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
Okay? No excuses and none of this bullshit. None of that whackness, man. Nobody ain't trying to hear that. Okay? The word for now is 2018 is the year of prophecy.
Right, brother.
That's just the thing. We got to be pushing prophecies, man.
That's right.
Bottom line, if you're not pushing no prophecies and you watching a football game or you doing some other rubbish that you shouldn't be doing on a Saturday, when in fact your ass is supposed to be out here doing the work.
That's
You
right.
know what? You got to really reconsider why you're in this thing.
Yeah.
You got to reconsider whether you're a man of the Lord or you're not.
I'm going to back up with that, yeah?
Go on.
Acts 3 and 23. And it should come to pass that every soul which will not hear that prophet shall be destroyed
Right, so
from among people.
There you go. So everyone that heareth not the words of this prophet shall be what? Destroyed.
That's right, bro.
Okay, so if you don't hear what we're saying,
That's it.
Heritage, we done been preaching this word for the past almost 50 years.
Yes.
And you still ain't hearing it, man. And that's why I always say to hell with the majority of Israel.
Thank you, brother.
Because they don't want to listen. They don't want to take correction and consider who the lost men are.
Thank you.
They don't want to consider that. They want to walk around here all dumbfounded, all spooked out, okay, all dead and stuff like that. And they looking for the world to just accept them. Nah, man, this world ain't gonna accept you. This society is not gonna accept you, and if it has accepted you, then guess what? You're gonna be destroyed along with it, baby.
That's right.
That's just the way of the world. That's just what I'm kicking right now. And that's the whole thing about that. You understand? To hell with everything out here, man. There's all of this stuff right here pursuant to Peter's. What is it? 2 Peter's the first. I think it's 1 Peter's the 3rd chapter. It says all of the elements there shall be built up and dissolved.
Nice,
with
bro.
fervent heat.
Nice, brother.
So everything that you see out here, including these people out here, they're gonna be totally dissolved out here by those missiles. Because those missiles is getting ready to come. Alright? This society, this revival of ancient Rome, so-called white man's rulership as we call it today, right, ain't got time left on it. This shit ain't gonna go for another 100 years.
Talk about it, brother.
200 years.
Talk it, brother.
300 years. This shit's going down. Okay, this cracker to be lucky if he goes for another 2 fucking years. Or even another year. Okay, because of where I see it, man, I see that we probably got another 6 to another year left. Another 6 months to a year left.
Ooh!
That's just what I see.
That sounds beautiful, brother.
But that's why it says
that is true.
That's why it says to watch as well as pray.
Right.
Because when you're watching, all right, you're in this truth, you do what you want to do or whatever, and then you see these things,
Yes, brother.
all right, you're gonna keep it to yourself. It says to
bring it out.
warn the people.
That's it.
So you're supposed to come here and do camp to warn the people. Do you love the elect or don't?
Don't put your light on the bushel. Don't put your light on the
Do
bushel.
you love your house? I don't.
Thank you, brother.
Why are you being wishy-washy? Why are you being lukewarm?
Yeah.
Why aren't you taking correction?
Yes.
Why are you, how come there's no difference between your behavior and a nigger in the world? See, this is the stuff that you Israelites don't think about, man. But this, coming into this truth, everything gets harder.
That's it, brother. That's it.
Right? Got your contract? Alright, so scripture you want to bring out there or what? Okay. Ecclesiastes 2 and 1. Because it gets harder.
I'll tell you what, bro. Because I wanted to read Matthew 25. I wanted to finish that.
Okay. Alright, yeah, get Matthew 25. We'll read that one after, yeah?
So are you finished with that one right there? Okay, you go back to Matthew 25.
police dog section, man. Hey, them dogs are gonna be getting fed with you niggas, man.
Thank you. Even the cat section. Could be a cat section too.
Yeah, for real, man.
What is it? The panther section. Go on.
This is Matthew chapter 25, verse 1. And it says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins,
Oh.
which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish.
Right, 5 of them were wise and 5 of them were foolish. You just read 5 of them that took their lamps and 5 that didn't take their lamps. Go on.
They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them.
Right?
But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
Right, so go on.
While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Right.
Right, see, it's right. So how do you go out and meet the bridegroom? By doing what the bridegroom says, which is your house shot.
That's right.
Okay, our Savior.
Yeah,
All right? And we're not talking about Treasury Borgia. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. Okay, that's of the Bible. We're talking about the Savior of the Bible, not
Talk
some
it,
old
brother.
white piece of shit over
Talk it,
there. Pick that
brother.
up, brother.
Piece of
Nah.
shit.
We're not talking about this This bullshit over here. This ain't our savior. This is the fucking devil right here. That's what this is right here. Okay, we're not talking about Chesapeake or Jim. And you know what too, you Christians are going downhill too, man. Alright, you Christians out there, EJ Love and your sidekick lover boy on the side, your own time doctrine of Christianity is being destroyed, man. Okay, you got a lot of people that's waking out of that bullshit philosophy called Christianity.
Right.
Okay? Because they finding out that Christianity ain't nothing but a manufactured religion. That's what they find out. And they also finding out, okay, that this shit has been changed over time and time again.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay? And there's really no spiritual backing of this at all. Okay? And that's what they finding out. Water,
Everything's backfiring, you know?
Right.
Backfiring.
See, read that.
And all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil.
Right. Oh, yeah. Can you break that down for me, brother? Can you do this? Can you do that? We're not going to do anything. If you ain't got it, then that's it. That's it. Go on.
For our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us.
Right. And that's just the whole thing. Because see, this shoe ain't for everybody.
Thank you, brother.
This shoe is only for the elect, and that's the bottom line. Okay? And you know what, too? I bear any Edomite to come up here because I'm going to put a curse on them. I'm looking to put curses on people today. Alright, so if you wanna play around, man, and try me. Because I've done this so many times, and I've seen a lot of people drop dead or get run over by a cop.
Yeah.
So if you think this is a joke, then try it. Okay? Yeah, read on.
But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, if you can read, I want you to.
Oh, okay. Alright. I want to finish this later. I'll finish this up later.
You're going. You finish. Actually, finish that
I'll
now.
finish and then I'll read.
Oh, yeah, read that. And then you're gonna find out we're not some regular guys out here either. You're gonna find out. Oh boy, I should never mess with them guys.
Yeah, regular Joes, isn't it?
Right.
So they say the American, are they just some regular Joes?
Yeah, just some regular Joes, right? Yeah, you're gonna find out that that's not the case. We put them curse on you, going.
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage.
And you're not reading it with power, man. You gotta read that with power. Come on, man. Read that again, man.
And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage.
Right.
And the door was shut.
Right, and the door was shut. It was about that time. That time was up. That time of mercy was all the way up.
That Noah's Ark.
Like Noah's Ark.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
so
spiritual
we
door.
about reaching that point. And that spiritual door is about to be closed, like the brother said. You know? So if you can't get down with the program now, and you ain't on fire in this thing right now, then you know what, the Lord is gonna see you for who you are, and you're gonna get and then you're gonna be flooded out the way. Because there should be brothers out here doing the work, man. There should be no I couldn't make it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, or if you can't make it, let brothers know about it, man.
But if you're being spiritual, you should be following the signs.
Right.
We are getting a lot of signs now.
Right,
So
right.
you should come out now. You know what I mean?
That
Come
should
out.
move you to come out even more.
Before, brother.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying
Time
to
to
you.
be lukewarm, man.
No, brother.
Yeah.
That's right.
You see the signs.
And I mean, and that's just the thing, and that's why you gotta be. And I mean, I don't know what every brother's doing.
True.
But I know what I'm doing, and I know what certain brothers are doing that I know, right?
Right,
And
that's
certain brothers are watching for the signs, and they watching the news, and they seeing what's going on. Okay, they're not out there watching bullshit all day. They watching for the signs of the Lord to come.
That's right.
And this is why we're propelled and we're more moved in the faith and the spirit of the Lord to teach this word. Because we know that our Father is getting ready to take us out.
That's it, brother.
Okay?
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us.
Right, Lord, open unto us. Can you show me that, brother? Please, I beg you.
Yes.
You could beg me till you're blue in the face. I'm not gonna show you a goddamn thing. Okay, all you gonna get is a damn joke, is a damn fist in the jaw. That's what you're gonna get in them days. Okay, go on, brother.
But he answered and said, Verily, I say unto you,
Oh man, I know you guys, man, the Hebrew Israelites, and oh man, you know what's the name of the Lord again? You're not gonna know the name of the Lord on that day. You're just gonna have to suffer and die out there in the wilderness. So that's it. Go on.
I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
Right. So that means you gotta be in this thing, and you gotta be watching brothers praying.
That's right.
You gotta be in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if you in it, you're gonna be doing it everything that it tells you in this book. Everything that this book tells you to do, you're gonna be doing it 10 times more, like the scriptures tell you. Seek the Lord 10 times more.
But even Esau said that with the lottery, you have to be in it to win it.
There you go.
Even though
Right, even Esau knows about it.
Even Esau knows about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
So I think I sit on that.
Yeah, I get Ecclesiastes 2:1, and it's right what the brother said, man. Because at the end of the day, this is This is not a God you want to play with, man.
No, brother.
I'm telling you, man. You know, not to harp on, but I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said to a couple of brothers in the camp, so you guys are blessed that you can have one day without being sick or doing this and that, etc. You know, it's not an easy thing to do, but the Lord does that because sometimes sickness, it humbles you, man. It makes you realize King James was a very sick man.
Spirit.
Now you know, like you're going about other camps, right? You know, GLCC. You know they're bug outs, right? But they bring out some good information. They had one about King James. He used to have royal aides around him all the time because he had illnesses, man. But the Lord favored him, man. Or he would have made him do the King James 16:11 Bible. See?
Right, that's right.
Yeah, man. So he was a king, but he had infirmities and sicknesses. Sometimes the Lord does that
That's it.
for you to be humble, because even myself, if I didn't have the illness, I know I'll be an arsehole. I'm being honest, man. I'll be a nigger. Without this truth, I'll be a super nigger. Yeah, man. No? I read that one.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 1.
Right?
It says, My son,
Yep.
though come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Alright, it says, my son, you come to serve the Lord. So this truth is about serving Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. We're serving God. We're serving the only God that exists. We're serving the God that parted the Red Sea and we walked right through it.
Right.
We're serving the God
That's it.
who has devised 3 world wars, and America's going to be destroyed in that 3rd World War. We have the God, and we're serving Him, that is going to deliver us out of all this tribulation. So this is a serious thing, man. So when you half-ass this thing, you're basically saying to the Lord, thanks, but you know what? I'm all right. I'm okay.
Right.
You know? You're basically shoving Him to the side. You know, like when you have a meal, you have a nice meal, you got a main course, you got a little bit of side salad or whatever. The Lord is your main course, all right? You should be consumed with doing His work. Continue.
Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
There you go. Endure what, man? Endure pain, sickness, suffering, financial problems, family. Because a lot of our families are against us, man. Endure cold, you know?
Right.
In season, out of season. And you know what? When you want to do something, when the Lord's put His Spirit on you to do something, all these things are easy. Apostle Gabar said it, he goes, those brothers in the camp, if you're coming out and you have to force yourself to come out, that's not a good sign. And it's true. Ain't a good sign, man.
That's right.
That's right. Continue.
Cleave unto Him. Cleave unto Him, and depart not away.
There you
that
go.
Thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
There you go. That's how Job was increased at the last end, you know? I ain't gonna say I'm Job, but you know, that is one of the first main books that I wrote and read from first start to finish was the book of Job, man. That's why the Lord gave me the word yakau, which means to endure. But we have to endure this captivity, man. Continue.
whosoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
That's
There
right.
you go, man.
Be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
There you go. So if brothers are in a low financial position, like myself, you know, or brothers ain't got jobs or whatever, you have to be patient. You have to pray to the Heavenly Father, you know.
But you know, though, the scripture says, seek and ye shall find.
Yeah,
So,
seek and
so
ye shall
you know, there's no excuse on, oh God, do this. You can do it. You seek for it.
Can't, that's
You
true.
put your all into it, it can be done. But
be
you gotta
done.
have faith.
And that's the spirit, though. Spirit, the Lord's got to put the spirit on you to do it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? The Lord's got, you can't half-ass it, and there's no excuses, man.
Yeah.
This is the Lord's work. I don't think people realise
How serious this
how
thing is.
serious this thing is, man.
Because see, and I don't want to what the brother's saying, because a
Yeah.
lot of guys, they get caught up in this Hebrew Israelite thing. Just because you call yourself a Hebrew Israelite, that don't mean you in it.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, you gotta be doing exactly what's inside of this book. And you gotta be also fervent in the spirit. If you're not fervent in the spirit, then you can call yourself I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Judah or Benjamin, okay, or Levi or whatever. That don't mean you're gonna make it. The scripture says endure to the end. That's the main point. The main point is to endure. Like the brother was saying, it might be financial issues, it might be physical health issues, or internal health issues.
Mental
Whatever
health.
issue, right, mental issues, whatever issues there is, hey, you gotta deal with that, man. You gotta endure that.
Yes.
Okay, even what we're doing right now,
That's
you have to
it.
endure these
That's it.
jackasses making fun of us. Okay,
That's it.
that's all right, but you know that there's a reward, and that's why we're gonna for the end. Okay, in terms of us doing this work, that's the bottom line.
And the key thing is, brother, if you don't mind me interjecting,
Right.
that it's all about fearing the Most High.
Right.
Yeah.
Once you
Right.
fear the Most High, you're going to endure to the end. You know?
That's right.
Yeah?
That's right.
Because even Brother Taz, as you know, he's away now. He did a video, all from beginning to end. Fear, 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 fear. Yes? He listed about 20 odd scriptures.
Yeah.
Nothing else, no. Fear, 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 fear. So it's all about fear the Most High.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because when you fear the Most High, it keeps you in check. And when it keeps you in check, believe
Now
me,
you know how to walk.
that's what I'm saying. brother.
And just to add on to what he's saying is,
That's
you
it.
see,
That's it.
you got to fear the Lord, man. You're not going to rise up against those that are above
telling
you.
you, brother. So why you guys out here? You're out here because you're fearing the
Because
Most
of the
High.
fear of the Most High.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you. Listen, El Tahar said we must put up these videos.
Yeah.
I know we must follow him, but we're doing it exactly because we fear the Most High too.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
We fear the Most High.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're following El Tahar, what he's saying, we're following instructions, we're following order, but ultimately it's the fear of the Most High.
That's it.
Yahweh, sorry, Yahweh Basham Yahushua.
That's right.
That's right.
You hear me?
That's right.
That's right.
That's what it is.
The brother said his piece very well. So that's the bottom line, man. That's why you gotta be doing this thing. Because this ain't just some old regular, this ain't no nigga shit right here. This is real life, real life stuff right here we're doing.
Yeah,
Okay? Like the brother said very well, man. If you got the fear of the Lord, you're gonna be out there doing the work.
Tell you, brother.
Okay, you're gonna take heed to those that are above you in the spirit.
That's right.
Okay, and you're gonna correspond the right way. Okay, you're not gonna be doing what you wanna do.
Yeah, but what the brother said, not lukewarm.
Right? That's right. That's
Not
right.
lukewarm.
right, yeah.
So that means that you have to be hot in it, in the fear,
Yeah.
in the heat. You understand me?
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Right?
Yeah, man,
No lukewarm.
Listen, I'm pleading. I'm pleading with you, Akim, at home, man. This is not a God you want to mess with, man. I almost went. What's it called? I almost went blind in my left eye, man.
See,
The
brother?
doctor was saying, look, you know, because I had hemorrhages in my eyes, and every time I don't sleep for long periods of time, 3 or 4 days, it happens.
See?
And the woman said, listen, if it happens again, we might have to operate. And I said, I'll be asleep, right? She goes, no, you'll be awake. And you'll see the scalpel coming towards your eye, but don't worry, we're gonna give you local anesthetic. You won't feel nothing. As soon as I heard that, I went home. I prayed in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. I said, no way am I going blind. I'm not gonna have an operation. 2 months later, came back to the same appointment, check it healed up. Rakatah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
And that's the Lord. That was the Lord.
That was the Lord, man. But you know what else it was? It was faith. I refused to believe it, man. I said, nah, the Lord ain't gonna make me go blind, man. So this is a serious. I'm pleading with you at home, man.
And that's a testimony too.
Yeah, it's a testimony, man. This is not a God you want. I've been in comas twice This is not. I've had a hip replacement. All right. I've been beaten up before when I was 7. This is not a God you want to play with, man.
No, man.
But we all know that.
I've been knocked out before.
Yeah.
By an Edomite.
I got knocked out by an
I
Edomite.
got knocked out by an Edomite before.
Twice.
Tell you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to tell it.
Yeah.
A guy knocked me out for 6. Flat out. I saw elephants. I'm not being funny.
Nah.
Yeah?
Nah.
Right? Because I was going off. Getting angry. And the Most High put me in my place.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? I'm going to use another guy to knock you out.
Yeah.
I even told the brothers at camp I was going to camp that day.
Yeah.
Right? And a young guy, smaller than me, knocked me out for 6.
Wow.
I'm serious.
That's the sport.
I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I went home, I said, you know what? All praise to Yahweh Basham Yahshai. I deserve that.
that's it.
I deserve that.
Yeah. God.
I deserve that.
What is it? 1 Thessalonians 5:16 says, "Pray without ceasing."
Thank you, brother.
In everything,
Thank you.
give thanks, man.
That's right.
While I was in agony on Thursday, I kept just saying it in my head, Rakati how by Simi Al-Shai. And then as soon as I got better, the first thing I did is praise his name, man. You can't do this truth without him, man. Alright, continue.
Because even
Sorry.
I'm even gonna say this too, man. Like this is when I was like a year about a couple of months in the truth,
Yeah.
right? And I went to my mother's house, right? And my uncle was there, and he went and got some Chinese food with shrimp in it. So I had that shit with him, right? This was like, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yes.
This was like 2011, so I was kind of like 8 months or a year in the truth.
Yeah.
So when you a year in the truth, you don't really take it too seriously.
True, no?
You know? So what I did was I said, this is just gonna be a one-off. I'm gonna just eat this Chinese food with shrimp in it. And do you know, right, when I went to my cousin's house, stayed over that house for hours on into the morning, do you know all of us got arrested in that house. For what?
Whoa.
Because my cousin, he was up to no good. Doing that roadman shit in his house. So I was in the house and I got arrested. And that's when I knew from there, I'm gonna do what the Lord tells me to do from now
Oh,
on.
that's sweet. That's sweet.
I'm not gonna be eating that Chinese shit. I'm not gonna be hanging around niggas no more. That's when I knew from there, you know what? I ain't hanging around niggas no more.
God.
I'm gonna just be in the street. Okay? And that's when I knew the Lord was dealing with me on that moment from there.
Yeah.
And then I got mad at my cousin too. So this thing is serious, man. This shit is really serious. So if the Lord got you to do something that he wants you to do, and he finds you not doing it, hey, you're gonna have to reap those consequences.
But that was a
'Cause we
blessing.
all-
What
'cause
you
we
went
all-
through was a blessing.
Right,
That was a blessing. Look at it that way.
Right.
Because our fault's not the same fault as Yahweh Basham Yahshai.
Right,
You see me?
right.
Yeah?
Yeah, but it was like it was only a blessing because he accepted that he did wrong.
Wow.
He was humble enough to accept it, and then you know the Lord,
Wasn't pride. No pride.
the Lord smacked you upside the head,
Basically, yeah.
yeah, and put you on the right
I got
track.
a reality check.
Yeah, you got a reality check, man.
Yeah.
But the main point is he accepted it
Thank you.
because it's like an alcoholic. Yeah, say you're an alcoholic, and you say, listen, you got a problem.
Yeah, you don't admit
And
it.
they say, no, I ain't got a problem. Then how can you help that alcoholic? They got to admit that they got a problem first.
Yeah.
Hey, that's step
Well,
one,
you
isn't it?
change it.
Yeah, you want to change it, man.
Come on. And that's when I switched up real quick. Because I knew, okay, you know what, the Lord, man,
Yeah.
this thing ain't no joke. Because I used to watch the apostles back in the day, and they used to say the same thing, man. Lord, man, he could destroy you if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
It's scary, bro.
You know, and man,
That's scary.
You
I
see
took
it,
it to the jaw, man. I was knocked out.
You're right.
But I woke up and I realized, okay, I know what to do now.
That's how the Lord does with you Israelites, man. Slaps you upside the head.
Tell you, brother.
Yeah.
So continue, go on.
This is Ecclesiasticus
Yep.
chapter 2 verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's it, brother.
How deep that is when you come to serve the Lord, man. The only God that exists.
Thank you, brother.
Prepare thy heart for temptation. Continue.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Endure.